Hey, what's happening, guys? Jimson here, and discussing lockdown. I kind of want to say lockdown, but it's more restrictions, to be fair. So, various parts of the country are now being having the lockdown restrictions like eased a little bit, but not in Calderdale where I'm from. And am I totally surprised about this? No, I'm really not. Um, I actually found out when I was camping in Orcaba that Calderdale was going back into some sort of a lockdown, a local lockdown, and I really wasn't surprised. I'm really not like whenever I'm out walking and I've been with the parents and I've been to like Tesco, for example. Uh, if for anyone that doesn't know, West Vale is which is a straight road, and there's a lot of pubs around that area, around the area, and it's been practically like Mallorca, with the sense that there's been so many people my age and a bit older just getting wasted, like totally wasted. Um, I mean, like, there's the idea of like, right, I'll tell you something now. Me and Ryan are actually going to go to TJ Fridays this Tuesday, in the afternoon. Uh, the thing is, right, it does say you can't meet someone else in your local like sort of like the local bubble anyway, your support bubble. But the thing is, me and Ryan are so good at avoiding other people. Bear in mind, okay, I work for McDonald's and I come into contact with a lot of people, but I have the hand gels at work, I've got a face shield at work, so I'm actually maximising my chance of not getting anything. And Ryan actually comes to contact with not that many people for a good reason. Um, so yeah, infection rates in parts of Calderdale are amongst the very highest in the country. I actually saw in the news last night when I came home was that Halifax has the worst rate of infections in the UK, and it specifically said Pelham Lane, which is where it's the Halifax Asda, where there's also like a McDonald's within the Asda, and I hate to say it, there's no surprise. There really isn't. Me and my parents have been up a few times there up personally, and it's weird. All of us wearing masks, but it's what you have to do anyway. I mean, I'm asthmatic, but I still wear a mask. But the thing is, I've seen so many people like just not wearing one, and I don't want to come across as a racist here, but right, I'm not going to come across as one, because the majority of people that have not been wearing one are within the Asian ethnicity. It's not being racial. It's just what I've seen every time I've gone up there. Um, I mean, I've seen the odd person that is white wear one, but it's certainly been a lot more of the Asian ethnicity compared to other people, and that's not racist. And speaking of that, I've been asking people left, right, and centre if they have a face covering. If they haven't, you can't come in to order. Um, so a couple of days ago, actually, I think it was, what day is it today? It's Saturday. So on Thursday, was it? Yeah, Thursday. Um, Asking people left, right, and centre, and I literally forgot at one split second point to ask a woman that was white, the question, do you have a face covering? Um, and then it came back to my mind, and I realised the person that I was actually asking was of Asian ethnicity. So that was just me saying, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, but I asked you by accident. I asked you, and then they were like, are you a racist then? I'm like, no, because I'm asking you if you've got a face covering. And said, well, we want to speak to your manager. So I'm like, so because I've asked you if you have a face covering, it makes me a racist? That's the best thing I've ever heard. Like, that's just hilarious. And this guy said, oh, I have my own restaurant, we don't wear face masks in there. I said, fantastic, but you do in here. Your restaurant isn't here. You need a mask in here. I'm like, don't try be an idiot and try outsmart in this situation. You need one in here to order. And he said, so I'm going to swear now. He said, you fucking faggot, I'm going to put you on YouTube. And I was like, all right then, okay. And I was like, well, I have a YouTube channel, which is this, obviously, and I have 3 channels. So, if I find myself in that clip potential that he said on the internet, I'm going to react to it and make a video of it. And I like how I'm just talking about something irrelevant completely to the actual video I'm talking about. Not going to stop it, but it's 5 minutes in. Well, nearly 6 minutes in. So yeah, overall, I'm not surprised about Halifax being in a local lockdown. I'm really not. And Calderdale in itself. Because there's a lot of people that just don't give a shit. Which, yeah, I mean, to start with, I really was worrying about it. I was like worrying about other people, but it's just, if that's what other people want to do, that's what they want to do. As long as I'm wearing a face mask, then that's fine. As long as I'm wearing a face shield, that's fine. If I'm doing my part, then that's fine. If someone else wants to not do their part, then that's up to them. I'm just curious to know if anything else is going to come up. I don't think so. Yeah, being labelled as a racist because I asked someone to wear a face mask in a restaurant. It don't get any better than that, does it? But the thing was, he was saying, my manager was like, I think you should really apologise. And I'm like, so I should apologise to that customer that's labelling me a racist because I'm asking him to wear a face mask. I'm gonna not apologise, 100% not. And then it all came about, then people were like, well, what are your channels then? And I said, I'll just talked about it then. So, ironically, because of that situation, I was actually self-promoting my channels to other people. So, overall, yeah, it was, that was a moment that happened that I didn't think would ever happen. But, yes, being labelled a racist because I asked someone to wear a face mask. Yes. That's a thing. That's the thing. Right, so I'm going to call it quits, because babbling on a bit now. So, when the lockdown will be lifted in West Yorkshire, well, Calderdale, I've not got a clue. Until we can get our backsides in gear, which is going to be quite a while, because sadly a lot of people in our county have the IQ of a spoon. So, it's going to take a while. But as long as I'm doing my bit, that's fine. Any other person wants to do what they want to do, go ahead. Right, so I've been Jamie Hudson. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.